Hello everybody, I am Karryshh and this is another Korean horror recap. It's an infamous one. You might have not heard about it before. The movie is called Devil in the Lake. It's exactly as it sounds. There is something evil in the lake of this movie. We're gonna follow a mother who is on a secret mission while caring for an elderly woman. But things will soon take an evil turn for her. I would say this one is not worth your time. It's like a super slow burn movie. I had to force myself to finish it, but as I say, I'm making this video to save your time. Demonic Archives bring you the best horror recaps. If you're new, subscribe, like and share. Follow me on Instagram where I try to reply personally. Now without further ado, I'm gonna take you into the recap of Devil in the Lake. The story starts with a girl praying while cleaning the water off the hallway floor. Suddenly a dark shadow appears in front of her. When she turns the lights on, the shadow vanishes. She turns the lights off again and the shadow comes up again. Whatever that presence was, it attacks the girl in the end. From here, the scene cuts to a woman named Boyeong. She was on her way to work as a nurse, pretending to be a girl named Kim. Her boss gave her this job because Boyeong was drawn in debt and she agreed to take care of an old woman. However, her real intention was to steal the old lady's diamond ring. Boyeong arrives at a small village where the body of the girl we saw at the beginning was found in a lake. Now when the villagers see Boyeong, they don't like her, and the house where she has to work is right near that same lake. She meets a woman named Samo and her elderly aunt Wang. She's the one Boyeong is gonna take care for. Boyeong introduces herself as Kim and she learns that children are not allowed in this house at all. This freaks her out because she secretly brought her young daughter, Dojong, hidden inside her bag, and that was her biggest problem. Not only this, but that woman Samo, she was herself very rude and she clearly hated this house. She only visited once a week and explained that Wang had dementia and she acts like a child. On top of that, the house had water leakage issues and Wang behaved extremely creepy, which made Samo hate being around her even more. It was obvious that Samo didn't like her aunt, but she was forced to look after her for some reason. After giving Boyeong all the rules, Samo leaves. Boyeong immediately lets her daughter out of hiding, and we find out that Dojang had ADHD. She was a very hard to handle child, but Boyeong firmly tells her to hide anytime someone comes inside the house. Then that night, while Boyeong is trying to feed Wang, the old woman spits the food right onto Boyeong. Boyeong still keeps her calm and she tries talking to this old woman. She wants her to reveal where the diamond ring is, but Wang's behavior is far from normal. From this day on, she would usually sneak up on Boyeong. She ran around the house in weird ways, and Boyeong kept finding strange things in her room. One day, Wang takes her into a locked room and Boyeong assumes that the ring must be inside, so she searches the whole place but finds nothing. Meanwhile, Dojong starts acting really weird in that room and she ends up drawing a demonic picture on the wall. It scares Boyeong and suddenly Dojong runs away. Before Boyeong can even chase after her daughter, she gets a call from Samo. Now Samo called just to give a single warning. She tells Boyeong not to go near the lake because it's dangerous. But when Boyeong looks out the window, she sees her daughter already at the lake. Now scared, Boyeong runs outside. She gets to the lake and she thinks that Dojang might have drowned, but thankfully she was fine. After this, Boyeong takes her daughter to the bathroom to clean up, but there, black hair starts coming out of the drain. Then the doorbell rings. Boyeong checks and finds a little boy outside who says that he wants to play with Dojang. Obviously, Boyeong denies that any girl named Dojang doesn't live there, but the boy calls her a liar and he tells her to leave this place while she still can. Meanwhile, the bathroom starts flooding. Black water comes in and suddenly an entity emerges from the bathtub and drags Dojang inside. When Boyeong returns, her daughter was gone. Terrified, she starts searching everywhere and follows a trail of water to Wang's room, which was filled with water. The old woman was also acting completely insane now. Boyeong rushes inside, and Wang keeps shouting one thing over and over. She says that you killed them all, you killed everyone. Then out of nowhere, she attacks Boyeong and knocks her unconscious. When Boyeong wakes up, both Wang and Dojang were gone. She frantically searches the entire house while paranormal things start happening all around her. Eventually, she finds Wang in a creepy hidden room, playing with Dojang. Boyeong immediately pulls her daughter away, but Dojang now refuses to leave. Not only this, but now Wang had even put a key necklace around her neck, and she was calling Dojang her own daughter. Hearing that, Boyeong gets angry, but the old woman suddenly starts speaking Chinese. Boyeong has no idea what she was saying, and then Wang says that she's going to play hide and seek with her daughter, and then she quietly walks away with Dojang. Anyway, since the old woman is playing with her child, Boyeong feels a little relieved. She uses this chance to start searching the whole house for the diamond ring again, but she still couldn't find it anywhere. Meanwhile, Wang keeps playing with Dojang and wins her over completely. In the game, Dojang hides inside a closet until an evil spirit crawls out from under the bed and grabs her. After this, when Boyeong and Wang finds Dojang, she was terrified, but instead of running to her mother, she goes straight to Wang. This action obviously hurts Boyeong a little bit, after all she was her mother. The next day, Samo shows up. She already knew that Wang sometimes speaks in Chinese, and she believes that whatever she says in Chinese might be important. That's why she tells Boyeong to record Wang anytime she starts speaking in that language. Then suddenly they hear a noise outside. It was Dojang who was playing. Boyeong then quickly runs away and tells her daughter to hide, and right then, Samo walks in. Samo here starts getting suspicious of Boyeong, and moments later, Wang also come in and she starts talking about Dojang. Somehow Boyeong manages to lie her way through it. She says that the old woman just imagines a child in the house even though there is none. And surprisingly, Samo believes her. Cause you see, every worker who lived there before also claimed that Wang talked to a child in the house. But this was new surprise for Boyeong. Then after some time, Samo leaves and Boyeong is convinced that something is seriously wrong in this house. She needs to find that ring as soon as possible and get out of this house immediately. But none of her attempts were working. A little later, she finds her daughter playing with the old woman again, and they were playing with a dead rat. Boyeong scolds Dojang, but Wang steps in to protect her. Basically, Dojang is slowly drifting away from her own mother. That night, Boyeong has a nightmare where she loses Dojang. While searching for her in the dream, she ends up in Wang's room, where Wang is hanging upside down from the ceiling, like a demonic creature. She falls, disappears, and then attacks Boyeong, who wakes up terrified. The next morning, Dojang gets sick, and Boyeong keeps feeling a dark presence around her. Later that day, Wang starts speaking Chinese to Dojang again, and this time Boyeong secretly records her. The old woman suddenly pops up at the window and screams in Chinese, and she even makes a huge fuss when Boyeong was trying to give her medicine. Basically, things were spiraling out of her control now. Now, out of frustration, Boyeong locks Wang in her room and steps outside for fresh air. Near the lake, she runs into that same little boy again. He once more warned her to leave the house and claims that the old woman is possessed by a ghost. According to him, Wang had a daughter who drowned in this lake, and after that, she went insane and she started believing that every choice she was seeing was her own dead daughter. Not only that, he says that the house is filled with black magic, which is why the whole place is crawling with spirits. His words terrify Boyeong, and she does some digging and learns that many mysterious deaths happen near that lake. Kids and young adults drown for no reason. But while researching, she also finds a photo of the diamond ring, and the greed hits her again. She then steps outside to call her boss and update him about the ring, but her phone has no signal. While searching for the network signal, Boyeong ends up near the lake again. This time, she meets an old couple. They tell her that everyone who ever come to take care of Wang ended up drowning in this lake. Boyeong asks the couple what's wrong with Wang, but they didn't respond. They just tell her to leave this place immediately. Anyway, when Boyeong returns home, she finds the door wide open and water was everywhere. The old woman is missing and Dojang is crying in fear. Dojang hides inside a closet and then Boyeong sees Wang standing near the lake. Boyeong instantly runs to save the old woman, but when she gets there, the woman was already dead. Just then, Samu arrives. In panic, drags Wang's body inside and lays her on the bed. She tries to make it look like everything is fine. Samu enters the house and checks everything, but Boyeong somehow manages to convince her that nothing is wrong. Once Samu leaves Wang's room, Boyeong goes to check the closet for her daughter, but her daughter is suddenly gone. Terrified, she searches the entire house, but Dojang is nowhere. Boyeong starts losing her mind. Not only that, but Samu finds that drawing Dojang made earlier and she asks who made it. Here, when Boyeong looks at the drawing again, she sees demonic figures in the drawing and this scares her. She finally tells Samu the truth that she brought her daughter here and now she is missing, so she needs help finding her. But here you see, Samu was shocked and she tells Boyeong to snap out of the curse. She says that there is no daughter, you came alone and this cursed house is messing with your mind. Hearing this, Boyeong becomes even more desperate for her child, and when she was not listening to Samu fires her and tells her to leave the house before the curse kills her as well. But Boyeong refuses. She says that her daughter is here and that's why Samu grabs her by the hair and drags her out. In that struggle, Boyeong hits Samu with a vase and injures her badly. Now completely distressed, Boyeong searches the house again but she still couldn't find her daughter, and that's when suddenly she hears a noise from Wang's room. When Boyeong checks, Wang's body was gone. Then Boyeong sees a little girl outside the window. She chases her all the way to the lake where she hears her daughter's voice coming from the water. She lost all her senses and she jumps inside. Inside the pond, an entity tries to drown her, but before she dies, she was pulled out by the same woman she had spoken earlier. The woman revives her and drags her toward her house, even though Boyeong keeps thinking only about her daughter. The woman insists that Boyeong came here alone and she has no daughter. She claims that Boyeong is actually possessed. Now once they reach the woman's house, she explains that a demon lives inside the lake. She has seen it drown people with her own eyes. To protect herself, she has placed all these protection charms all over her house, but the real problem was that the demon was actually connected to woman Wang. The demon hates children the most, that's why it unalived all the children in this town by drowning them. That's also why there are no children left, either they died or their parents fled the village. The woman tells Boyeong that if she really did bring a child here, she must leave this village right now or the demon will unalive her daughter as well. Now determined to save her daughter, Boyeong runs back to the house. It starts raining heavily. When she reaches home, she comes face to face with the old woman again and somehow she was still alive. Now furious, Boyeong demands to know what she is and where her daughter is, but Wang immediately runs away. Just then, demonic shapes begin forming across the ceiling and Boyeong now lights incense. She prays as she slowly makes her way forward. She reaches the room where Samu is lying unconscious and there outside the window, she sees Wang trying to fight off some kind of entity. Then while searching for her daughter, Boyeong keeps moving through the house as more paranormal things happen around her. Eventually, she enters Wang's room and the incense smoke starts drifting into the closet. That's when Boyeong realizes that there's a hidden passage inside it. She now follows the passage and finds a secret room filled with evil objects. There's also a safe in the corner and seeing it makes Boyeong excited. Obviously, the diamond ring was inside. Boyeong also has the key that Wang once gave Dajong as she uses it to open the safe, but just then, she spots Dajong lying unconscious inside a salt circle. Boyeong leaves the safe immediately and rushes to save her daughter. She hugs her tightly and at that moment, nothing else matters, not even the ring. She was just relieved to have her daughter back. After this, water starts pouring in from the ceiling and floods the entire room. Boyeong grabs her daughter and runs away, and as soon as they come out of the closet, injured Samo appears and snatches the key from Boyeong. Samo then goes straight inside the hidden room, and we figure out that she was only caring for her auntie cause of that diamond ring. Meanwhile, Boyeong just wants to escape with her daughter, but before she can leave the house, Wang catches her outside. On the other side, Samo finds the diamond ring and comes out smiling, but the house's spirit grabs her, drags her into the darkness and unalive her. Back to Boyeong outside the house, where Wang is warning her not to go near the lake because the spirits will unalive them. She also tells her that the little boy Boyeong kept seeing was also a ghost. You see, all the kids in the village had died, including that little boy. The lake spirit now want to unalive Boyeong's daughter as well, but the reason why will be revealed later. Here Wang says that she was only trying to protect Dojang, but Boyeong doesn't believe her. She steals Samo's car and escape. On the way, the car suddenly stops on its own near the lake, and an evil spirit appears inside the car. It terrifies Dojang so much that she runs away, and Boyeong runs after her, but her daughter disappears near the lake. Now obviously, to save her daughter, Boyeong jumps into the lake to search for her. Although instead of her daughter, she finds another girl trapped underwater because her feet were stuck between rocks. Boyeong tries to save the girl, but she suddenly turns evil and starts drowning Boyeong. Just when Boyeong was about to die, Wang jumps into the lake and pulls the evil spirit away from her, letting it cling to herself instead. It becomes clear that Wang was not an evil woman. She sacrifices herself. The demon drowns Wang, and Boyeong manages to escape. At the shore, she also finds her daughter alive and safe, meaning Wang was the real hero. The story then jumps 1 month ahead, and during the investigation of Wang's death, Boyeong is finally gonna learn the actual truth. You see, long ago, Wang's daughter drowned in the lake, and Wang lost her sanity. She tried performing a demonic ritual to contact her daughter, but instead, she summoned an evil demon that started living in that lake. That demon had been drowning people ever since. Investigators also translate the Chinese phrases Wang used to say. It turns out Wang was actually warning the demon to stay away from Dojang. She was just trying to protect her. Every time the demon came near Dojang, Wang was the one yelling at it in Chinese, fighting it away. But she herself was under the influence of those dark rituals, which was why she could never leave the house permanently. In the end, Boyeong realizes the old woman was the real hero. Dojang even tells her that Wang was the one who placed her inside the salt circle to keep her safe. The movie ends by showing a young Wang losing her daughter to the lake, revealing how and where this whole tragedy first began. And with that sad ending, the movie comes to a close. So, this was the recap of Devil in the Lake. Yeah, it wasn't that scary and it wasn't that good either. If you are liking this movie, I assure you it's because I have summed it up for you in 20 minutes. It's really long otherwise. I give this movie only a 3 out of 10. If you disagree, feel free to comment below and explain your ratings. Now, if you have liked this video, I want you to like it, share it and subscribe. Your support is free and it is something that keeps me going. Help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers, and we have still a long way to go. Now, I thank you all for watching this video. Stay safe, stay happy and stay alert, because I always see you.